Song Hye Kyo back in the spotlight because of Hyun and Son Ye-jin. In a world that feeds on drama like oxygen, the most breathtaking act of rebellion is often the softest one. On the night of November 19th, 2025, Song Hye Kyo walked into the 46th Blue Dragon Film Awards through a side door and, in doing so, delivered the single most powerful performance of her 27-year career, one that required no dialogue, no tears, and not a single flashbulb. The KBS Hall in Seoul had been transformed into a constellation of crystal lights and velvet seats, the air thick with anticipation, and the faint scent of gardenias flown in specially for the flower wall. Outside, the red carpet stretched like a river of blood under floodlights, and every arriving star knew the ritual. Pause, tilt the chin just so, let the gown catch the wind for 3 perfect seconds, gift the world a smile that will be dissected for the next 48 hours. It is a gauntlet disguised as celebration, and no one in Korea has walked it more flawlessly, more iconically, than Song Hye Kyo, which is exactly why her absence from it that night felt seismic. While photographers screamed for angles of Han So-hee's daring cutouts and Cha Eun-woo's razor-sharp jawline, a black van slipped quietly into the underground parking garage. Out stepped a woman in ivory silk so luminous it seemed to carry its own moonlight. No stylist army trailing her, no manager barking into a headset, just Song Hye Kyo, alone for a moment, taking one measured breath before ascending the staff elevator that would deposit her directly into the auditorium. By the time the first fan accounts realized what had happened, she was already seated, hands folded neatly in her lap, the faintest trace of a smile playing at the corners of lips that have launched 1,000 memes and twice as many heartbreak ballads. To the casual observer, it was merely a celebrity skipping the press line. To anyone who has followed Korean entertainment for longer than a decade, it was the latest chapter in what has become the most elegant defense mechanism in modern celebrity history. Let us rewind, slowly, the way old fans still rewind the VHS of Autumn in My Heart just to watch her cry in the rain one more time. She debuted in 1996 as a school uniform model for a textbook company, all wide eyes and trembling innocence. By 2000, she was the nation's little sister, then its first love, then its unrequited ache. Every milestone in her life has been communal property. The way she held Won Bin's hand in that snowy finale, the way she looked at rain across a crowded club in Full House, the way she stared at Hyun Bin in Worlds Within like he was the only warm thing in a cold universe. Korea did not just watch Song Hye Kyo fall in love. Korea fell with her, every time. So when those loves ended, first Hyun Bin in 2011, with a joint statement so polite it felt translated from another language, then Song Joong-ki in 2019, with a divorce filing that arrived like a thunderclap on an otherwise ordinary June morning, the nation grieved twice. Once for the couples that could have been forever, and once for the woman left standing in the wreckage, wearing the same serene expression she wore the day she first stepped in front of a camera. Most people would have armored up. Some would have disappeared to Jeju and opened a cafe no one was allowed to tag on Instagram. Others would have monetized the pain, tell-all interviews, subtle shade in variety shows, a perfectly timed selfie with a new man whose face conveniently stayed just out of frame. Song Hye Kyo did none of those things. Instead, she perfected a new kind of invisibility, the kind that still lets you be seen, but only on your own terms. The blueprint was written long before the Blue Dragon Awards. April 2023, the 59th Paeksong Arts Awards. Rumors swirled that Song Joong-ki, freshly remarried and soon to become a father again, would attend. Song Hye Kyo was scheduled to present. She arrived through a service corridor, presented the award for Best New Actor with the warmth of someone congratulating her own younger brother, and left before the lights came up for the next segment. No one got the money shot. May 2024, the 60th Baeksang Anniversary Edition, impossible to skip. Song Joong-ki was nominated for Hopeless, a film so brutal it left audiences gasping. Song Hye Kyo again accepted her presenter duty, again bypassed the carpet, again vanished the moment her job was done. Chinese fans turned the phrase Song Hye Kyo side door strategy into a trending topic that collected 80 million reads in a single night. Someone made a 30-second compilation of every time she had ever entered an awards show without walking the carpet, and set it to the saddest piano cover of Gravity. It has 20 million views and counting. And now, November 2025, the circle completes itself in the cruelest, most poetic way possible. The man who once held her hand in secret now stands on stage accepting Best Actor, while his wife thanks him by his birth name in front of 20 million live viewers. And Song Hye Kyo watches from row 12, seat 14, beside Jung Sung-il, who keeps refilling her water glass like a protective older brother. When the camera pans to her during Son Ye-jin's speech, because of course it does, her expression does not flicker. Not envy, not nostalgia, not even the polite mask so many celebrities wear when they are dying inside. Just quiet, radiant acceptance. The kind of look a woman gives when she has already cried every tear the world is entitled to, and has decided the rest belong only to her. That single reaction cam lasted 4 seconds. It broke the Korean internet for 4 hours. Comments poured in like monsoon rain. She aged backwards and forwards into goddess at the same time. That is the face of someone who loved, lost, and still wishes them well. I am unwell. Hyun Bin fumbled a Ferrari and married a Lamborghini, but that Ferrari is still the smoothest ride on the planet. Note how she claps exactly the same way she did when Song Joong-ki won in 2016? Same rhythm, same softness. She really is the same person who loved them both. And beneath the deluge of heart emojis, a quieter current of respect began to flow, because what Song Hye Kyo has done over and over is refuse to let her heartbreak become anyone else's entertainment. In an industry that commodifies pain faster than it does beauty, she has drawn a line in silk and dared the world to cross it. Think for a moment about what she denied the tabloids on November 19th. No side-by-side photos with Hyun Bin titled, "Exes Reunited After 16 Years." No awkward footage of her clapping while Son Ye-jin thanked the man who once belonged, however briefly, to her. No forced sound bites about remaining good friends or wishing them happiness. She gave them nothing. And in giving them nothing, she gave them everything. A night that belonged wholly to their triumph, untainted by the ghost of a love that ended when most of today's rookie idols were still in middle school. That is not avoidance. That is generosity so refined, it looks like disappearance. Later, when the ceremony ended and stars spilled out into the cold Seoul night, the red carpet reversed itself into a departure line. Photographers begged for one last shot. Most celebrities obliged. A wave here, a peace sign there. Song Hye Kyo was already gone. Witnesses say she slipped out the same side door she came in, coat pulled high, heels clicking softly against concrete, vanishing into a waiting car before the majority of the audience had even gathered their belongings. By the time Dispatch uploaded their best dressed gallery, she was probably halfway home, maybe pouring herself a glass of red wine, maybe scrolling through the thousands of messages that called her queen in 12 languages. Maybe doing none of those things and simply sitting in the dark, finally exhaling. The next morning, her agency released no statement. She posted no Instagram story. The only trace she left was a single Weibo update at 2:14 a.m. A black and white photo of the moon, captionless. Within minutes, it had 3 million likes. Fans understood the message perfectly. I was there. I saw everything. I am fine. Good night. And perhaps that is the final, most exquisite layer of the legend Song Hye Kyo has been writing with every quiet step she takes away from a spotlight that has never stopped chasing her. She does not need the red carpet to remind the world she is a star. She has spent the last 6 years proving that sometimes the most luminous thing a woman can do is choose which parts of her story the world is allowed to see, and which parts she will keep, sacred and untouched, for herself alone. On November 19th, 2025, the Bin-jin couple won their awards, the audience cried happy tears, and Korea got its fairy tale moment. But somewhere in the shadows of that same hall, another story reached its most graceful conclusion yet. The story of a woman who loved two of the biggest stars of her generation, lost them both under the harshest public glare imaginable, and still found a way to walk through fire without letting a single flame lick her silhouette. If that is not the definition of unbeatable elegance, then nothing in this lifetime ever will be.